I'm your host, Doc Bobley, and you're watching Open. It's that live, interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Our first guest is the founder and creative director of Augmented Pictures, LLC. He's also one of BronxNet's creatives, and he's going to rebuild that New York CRNY. He's an artist, and he's going to hook us up. You got to watch this. Check this out. We'll speak about the work that he is doing with his organization to provide opportunities for underserved communities and much more. So please welcome to the show, Will Roberts is in the house. Will, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
All right, good. So wait a minute, former football player.
Yep, former football player.
Oklahoma
football.
Yeah.
Oklahoma Sooner. So I'm originally from Miami, Florida. Born and raised, Dade County. Went to University of Oklahoma, played football there. Was there from, I'll kind of date myself.
It's okay.
I would say from 03 to 06, 07. After that, I did a lot of time doing like documentary work in Liberia. Traveled. Then I went to grad school at the University of Southern Illinois University. This is I guess where I got my degree in 3D animation and interactive art. That's where I got my chops. Kind of cut my chops in VR and AR stuff like.
What position did you play?
Tight end.
Tight end.
Yeah.
Now you're a pretty big guy. You can't tell on TV, but you're about 6'5", 6'8".
6'7" and a half, 6'8" with shoes on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count that. I'm gonna count the inches.
I hear that. So wait a minute. How do you mix in folklore with the technology that you're working on today?
So at OU, my degree was in African Studies and the pedagogy of African storytelling. How we tell stories as Africans and how and like how we take those stories and learn. So now, like working in VR and AR, I try to blend all of my life's work, all of my life's learnings into like this one medium, because this is a medium I think I was kind of bred or like called into. So we look at learning by doing, like most of us learn by doing, and I think VR is the closest thing we have to that. A lot of times you have these edutainment, educational games where clicking with a mouse and a keyboard, you got your thumbs.
Yeah.
This is right here. You put them inside of an actual time in history. So if I want to go back to Mansa Musa's castle, I can do that. If
a lot of right side of that brain, the pictorial side.
Yeah. So
using the cerebral cortex to mix in the left side of the brain for comprehension and all that stuff. No, I get it. And you're an award winner.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I was a part of the Oculus Launchpad program, which is when they take the top 100 VR and AR artists from around the world, put us in the room and say, hey, guys, make some, like, just kind of make something and make something happen. And like a lot of stuff I came out with, I won a bunch of awards with it. And that had to be maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. But now, now I'm on a similar path, but a bigger picture.
But then the passion had to come from somewhere. How did you develop this passion for technology and storytelling?
Passion for technology came really early. So growing up, I grew up with not a whole lot. Both my parents were on drugs growing up. They just struggled through the Reagan 80s. My grandparents kind of took us in when I was like maybe from birth, I feel like. But I think we have a 3-bedroom house, 20 people in the house. I had an uncle that came home one time with an e-machine and said, hey, this is the future. And I kind of see what I do with the youth now. It's kind of the same thing he did too. It's like I bring it in the headset. It looks like the future, but it's actually now. Yeah. And so like that sparked, that kind of took me down the rabbit hole as an artist and as a technologist. So I was always an athlete that had these two different things kind of going on.
Yeah.
On the field, I was trying to be the best, and also off the field, I was trying to be the best too. So art and technology has always been like a constant. Also athletics has always been a constant for me.
So Will, what do we have on the table right here? What is this? Explain that.
So this is an Oculus Quest. People call it a Meta Quest because now Facebook changed their name to Meta. I would never call it Meta Quest. that's just me.
Yeah.
So this is the Quest 2. There's a Quest 3 that's coming out next year. But basically, it's what it is.
You designed that?
So I didn't actually design the headset, but I designed the content that goes on the headset.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now with BronxNet and the future of sport.
BronxNet is the open platform for this. You're going to be teaching this at BronxNet, right?
Yes. Yes, I'll be teaching how to make content for AR and VR, so augmented reality and virtual reality with BronxNet. So I'll have a class that's coming up in February. I'm probably going to teach 2 classes.
All right.
So like the art, one is going to be augmented reality basics, and one is going to be world building with virtual tools. So that's another.
So anybody looking to get into this type of technology, what are people interested in when they see something like this?
But sometimes, like when people see something like this, they see it as like intimidating. They see like, okay, this is the future. I don't want to do it because it's on my face. Well, most of the times they want to play games. But once they get deeper into the games, they see, oh, I can do more things. There's workouts, there's history lessons, there's math, there's science. So it becomes the home computer, but you're inside of the computer.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different level of like learning, a whole different level of training and doing.
So jump inside of your computer. So this is something that the people enjoy. I see a lot of people, and you said they used to call it the meta. Now this has been around for a long time. Not this model right here, but the technology. You said it went way back.
Yeah, the technology been around since the 60s for simulating flight simulators, training in the government. You look at Army, so this type of stuff. But now it's affordable. Now this is $350 if you get it Cyber Monday sales. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. But also, like now it's like affordable. Like when I first got into it, like when I first started my company, this is 2014, 2015, and like this headset didn't exist, and what did exist was bigger, and also it cost like $1,000. Yeah. And also you needed another computer to run it, which was another $1,000, which gives you $2,000 ticket that you had to buy, which shrinks the market on who can buy it. Yeah. So now we have something that costs the same price as a pair of J's and some jeans. I mean, so now there's no reason. So now it's on us to make the content that people want to use, want to do.
Tell us a little bit about your company, Augmented Pictures.
Yeah, so I started Augmented Pictures, like when you think of the name, the name seems like it's supposed to be some kind of technology thing. Was it me trying to show a different way, a different form of storytelling, and kind of seeing the world differently. So like augmenting the way people see us as Black people, African Americans. Just telling our stories and telling them differently, but also looking at different industries differently too. Like looking at sports. So as an athlete, I grew up playing sports, but also I played tons of games, Street Fighter, all the fighting games.
You have any partners you want to shout out?
Yeah, Paul Dio is one of my partners. That he's a long time. Harlem.
Because I can hear them. They say, "What about me? Man. Shout me out."
Paul Dio. Super good. Super cool dude. Like he blends the stuff in with his mural art, but also with the VR and the AR art. Been doing a lot of stuff with him. Sid Locks is another guy that I do some stuff with. But they're all Harlem bred, Bronx. No, some Bronx folks too. Oh, you want to put it on now?
Have to stretch this out, or?
Yes. So there's a little spool in the back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of this stuff is made for comfort.
Yeah.
And that logo on the front is a logo of the game that I'm building.
Yeah. Can I read the script on the TV?
You probably can if it was on. Yeah, you probably.
So give us your website. I can see it though.
Yeah, so like
social media, website.
Yeah, so social media and handles and stuff like that. So like Willie Rowe, so WILLIERO is my personal website. My personal handle. VR Diamond League is where I do all my work with the with the youth, and also with esports.
There you go. Well, you won't need this. Your prescription and everything is on the inside.
Yeah, so even the lenses on the inside, you can change those out for prescription.
You got it all, man.
Yeah,
hey, thank you for all the work that you do. We appreciate you, and you got to come back and share more. I know your class is starting February.
Yeah. Class starting February, but also with the game that I'm building, it's called Volla. VOLLA. It's arena scale size sport.
Yeah.
Three people, 3-on-3 on the basketball size court arena. And it's a workout, and also it's.
You still got game?
It's pretty intense. we all have game until we leave the earth, even if we don't have it at all. In our minds, we're always competitive. Oh, so that's some other artwork that I've done.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate you. Thank you. Will Roberts, founder and creative director, Augmented Pictures, LLC. We appreciate you, man.
We appreciate you.
Looking forward to your classes right here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Get it right here. BronxNet, open platform on BronxNet. Check this out. All right, I'm the Doc Bob Lee. We'll take a quick break and come back with more Open next.